Global warming. Once a term used by only scientists and climatologists, it is now a commonly heard topic, but still widely misunderstood. Global warming is the gradual increase in the overall temperature of the Earth's atmosphere, generally attributed to the greenhouse effect. Although there is little doubt that Earth's climate is changing and that there is an increased amount of harmful gases in the atmosphere, there is still a large debate on whether human activity is primarily responsible for global climate change. Almost all scientists agree that it is extremely likely that humans are the main cause of global warming. According to Al Gore's Truth to Power, multiple peer-reviewed studies confirm that 97% of the world's top climate scientists agree that man-made pollution is the principal cause of global warming. In the past few years, less than 0.1% of climate research rejects this consensus. Some argue that if not all scientists agree, then there must be evidence against the claim that humans are to blame. Yet, these scientists do not come from any major scientific organizations or national academies of science, and several have shadowy financial ties to the fossil fuel industry. Some believe that climate change is a hoax that will not have a major impact on humans at all. For example, Cal Thomas, author of Climate Change Hoax Exposed, states that climate change will not destroy all life on Earth, and in fact will barely affect us. He reasons that if meteorologists cannot accurately predict the weather a week in advance, scientists cannot possibly see change in temperatures decades in advance. Although it is true that meteorologists face challenges in predicting weather patterns, scientists who research long-term change in temperatures use evidence from tree rings, ocean sediments, coral reefs, and layers of sedimentary rocks. This paleoclimate evidence reveals that current warming is occurring roughly 10 times faster than the average rate of Ice Age recovery warming. Dramatic increase of CO2 emissions in the last 50 years is the main cause of temperature increase and the melting ice caps in Greenland and Antarctica. Although evidence of human activity causing high CO2 emissions along with other harmful gases is overwhelming, researchers at the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics argue that Earth's climate has always warmed and cooled, and that the 20th century rise in global temperature is within the bounds of natural fluctuations over the past 3,000 years. However, scientists from NASA created a graph using orbiting satellites to measure CO2 levels. This graph shows that for centuries before notable human activity, atmospheric carbon dioxide had never been above 300 parts per million. That was until the 1950s, when the mass production and consumption of automobiles and gasoline skyrocketed, along with the emissions of CO2 and other harmful gases. Not only are carbon emissions at record highs, natural disasters and extreme weather phenomena have never been this intense and frequent. Al Gore says that record high temperatures in Antarctica, longer and deeper droughts, and radical extensions of fire season in the United States are all effects of global warming. These weather phenomena cause more problems, including harsh impacts on subsistence farmers who depend on rain-fed agriculture, sea level rise inundating low-lying coastal areas where millions live, and the increase in spread of infectious diseases that thrive in warm climates. Skeptics believe that increased hurricane activity and other extreme weather events are a result of natural weather patterns, and that humans couldn't possibly have that much impact on Earth. While it's true that natural cycles impact climate, human activities are the main impact, because we have quadrupled our population in less than a century and are spewing 110 million tons of man-made global warming pollution into the atmosphere every 24 hours. The evidence that humans have caused the climate crisis is overwhelming and almost impossible to deny. The effects of global warming are already harming this generation, as seen through the extreme weather, depleting resources, and the melting ice caps. It will continue to worsen and eventually become irreversible unless action is taken now. It is up to us to improve the Earth that older generations have damaged and to protect our future and well-being.